Every month, you work hard for your money. Yet a shocking amount of it vanishes on things that add zero value to your life. Most people think they have their spending under control. But hidden beneath the surface of normal expenses are silent money drains that rob you of hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars annually. These are not dramatic splurges or obvious mistakes. They're everyday purchases and subscriptions that seem harmless, but collectively devastate your budget. The uncomfortable truth is that modern consumer culture is designed to make you spend on things you don't need, don't use, and often don't even remember paying for. Companies count on your inattention, your autopilot habits, and your reluctance to cancel or negotiate. They profit from your silence while your bank account quietly bleeds. Consider this. The average person pays for 3 to 5 subscriptions they've completely forgotten about, wastes $1,500 annually on food that gets thrown away, and spends roughly $3,000 per year on dining out when cooking at home would cost a fraction of that. Add credit card interest, ATM fees, unused gym memberships, overpriced phone plans, and unnecessary insurance policies, and you're looking at $5,000, $10,000 per year going to waste. Money that could be invested, saved, or used for things that genuinely improve your life. What makes these expenses particularly insidious is that each one seems small in isolation. A $15 monthly subscription here, a $30 cable add-on there, an extra $50 on takeout this week. None of it feels like a crisis. But compound these small wastes over months and years, and you're looking at the difference between financial stress and financial security. You're looking at the reason why people earning good salaries still live paycheck to paycheck. This video exposes 13 of the most common wasteful expenses that almost everyone falls victim to, breaking them down into categories so you can identify exactly where your money is disappearing. More importantly, you'll learn how to eliminate or dramatically reduce each one without sacrificing quality of life. The goal isn't deprivation, it's awareness. It's about making your money work for your priorities instead of someone else's profit margins. Once you see these money drains clearly and take action, the financial impact is immediate and measurable. You'll free up cash for investments, emergency funds, vacations, or simply breathing room in your monthly budget. You'll stop feeling like money slips through your fingers and start feeling in control of where every dollar goes. Before we dive into these 13 expensive mistakes, I want to hear from you. Are you enjoying this video so far? And where in the world are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments below. I love seeing how far this community reaches. The first category of wasteful spending is subscriptions and memberships. And this is where most people hemorrhage money without realizing it. The subscription economy is brilliant for businesses and devastating for consumers who don't pay attention. Streaming services are the most obvious culprit. Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, HBO Max, Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV+, Paramount+, Peacock. The average household now subscribes to 3-4 streaming platforms, spending $50, $80 monthly. But here's the reality. Most people actively use only one or two. The others sit dormant, charging your card month after month while you watch the same service out of habit. Even worse, many people pay for higher tier plans with features they never use. 4K streaming when they watch on a phone, or multiple simultaneous streams when they live alone. Gym memberships represent another massive drain. The fitness industry is built on a simple truth. Most people who sign up never go regularly. They pay $30 or $80 monthly for memberships they use, maybe once or twice a month, or not at all. The guilt of canceling, I should go more, keeps the subscription active while the gym profits from your good intentions. Research shows that unused gym memberships cost Americans billions annually, with many paying for years without ever stepping through the door. Beyond streaming and fitness, there's a long tail of forgotten subscriptions. Cloud storage you signed up for when your phone ran out of space 3 years ago. Meal kit services you used twice, then forgot to cancel. Productivity apps you downloaded enthusiastically, then abandoned. Magazine or news subscriptions that auto-renewed without you noticing. Delivery memberships like Amazon Prime or DoorDash DashPass that you no longer use enough to justify. According to recent data, the average person underestimates their subscription spending by 42 to 50% and has 2 to 3 active subscriptions they've completely forgotten exist. That's $30, $60 monthly, $360, $720 annually, going to services that provide zero value because you literally don't remember they exist. The psychological trick that makes this work is simple. Subscriptions are designed to be forgettable. They're small monthly charges that don't hurt individually. They auto-renew silently, and canceling requires active effort, logging in, navigating menus, confirming multiple times, sometimes even calling customer service. Companies bet on your inertia, and they usually win. The solution requires a one-time audit, followed by ongoing vigilance. First, review the last 3 months of credit card and bank statements. Highlight every recurring charge. You'll be shocked by what you find. Services you don't use, trials you forgot to cancel, annual renewals you didn't expect, duplicate services with overlapping functions. Second, cancel everything that isn't essential or frequently used. Be ruthless. If you haven't used something in the past 30 days and can't imagine using it in the next 30, it's gone. For streaming services, consider rotating. Cancel all but one. Binge watch what you want for a month, cancel that one and activate another. You'll save 60 to 75% while still accessing everything you actually want to watch. Third, set calendar reminders for annual renewals. Services like Adobe, Amazon Prime, or domain registrations often bill annually at prices significantly higher than introductory offers. When renewal approaches, evaluate whether you actually need it or if there's a cheaper alternative. Finally, use virtual credit cards or subscription management apps that let you set spending limits, create disposable card numbers, or automatically cancel after trial periods. This shifts the power dynamic. You're no longer relying on companies to make canceling easy. You're controlling whether they can charge you at all. If you're finding value in these practical, money-saving strategies and want to learn about the other categories of wasteful expenses, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. We're working hard toward 1,000 subscribers, and your support helps us create more content that puts money back in your pocket. Thank you for being part of this community. The second major category where money disappears is food-related spending. A combination of dining out too frequently, ordering delivery, and wasting groceries you already bought. Americans spend an average of $3,630 annually dining out, which breaks down to roughly $300 per month. Add delivery apps with their service fees, delivery charges, and inflated menu prices, and that number climbs even higher. A $15 meal at a restaurant becomes $12 in food, $3 in tax, $4 in tip, total $18.19. That same meal ordered via DoorDash or Uber Eats becomes $15 for food, marked up, $3 to $5 in delivery fees, $3 to $4 in service fees, $3 to $4 in tip, total $24 to $28. For a meal you could have made at home for $4 to $6 in ingredients. The math is brutal. If you order takeout or dine out for lunch at work 5 days a week at $12 to $15 per meal, that's $60 to $75 weekly, $240 $300 monthly, $2,280 $3,600 annually. Add dinners and weekend meals, and you're easily spending $5,000 $7,000 per year on restaurant food. Coffee represents another sneaky drain. A $5 daily latte doesn't seem expensive until you multiply it. $5 5 days, x 52 weeks, more than $300 annually. Brewing coffee at home costs approximately $0.50 per cup, $130 $195 annually for the same number of servings. That's $1,100 saved by changing one habit. But here's where it gets even worse: food waste. The average household throws away $1,500 worth of groceries annually. Food that was purchased, brought home, then expired before being used. This happens when people shop without meal plans, buy in bulk without storage plans, forget about items in the back of the fridge, or simply overestimate how much they'll cook at home. The combination is devastating. Paying for groceries you don't use, while also paying premium prices for restaurant meals because you don't have anything at home. You're essentially paying twice, once for wasted groceries, once for replacement meals. The solution starts with meal planning. Before shopping, plan 5 to 7 dinners for the week. Write down exact ingredients needed. Shop only from that list. This eliminates impulse purchases and ensures everything you buy has a specific purpose. Second, batch cook on weekends. Prepare 2 to 3 meals in larger quantities, portion them out, and freeze or refrigerate. Now you have quick, home-cooked meals available when you're tired or tempted to order out. Third, track what you throw away for 1 month. Every time food goes in the trash, write it down. The awareness alone will change your buying habits. You'll stop overbuying perishables, pay attention to expiration dates, and use leftovers more intentionally. Fourth, limit dining out to special occasions or social experiences that genuinely add value. Make it a conscious choice, not a default option when you're too tired to cook. Finally, invest in tools that reduce friction. A good coffee maker for home brewing, quality food storage containers for meal prep, a slow cooker or instant pot for easy batch cooking. These upfront investments pay for themselves within weeks by reducing reliance on expensive convenience options. The third category of wasteful expenses is fees and overpriced services. Money you lose simply because you haven't bothered to negotiate, optimize, or switch to better alternatives. Credit card interest is the most expensive waste in this category. ATM fees and bank account convenience charges represent another needless drain. Using out-of-network ATMs costs $5 per transaction. If you do this twice weekly, that's $5 annually for the privilege of accessing your own money. Overdraft fees can be even worse, $35 per incident, often triggering multiple times if you don't notice immediately. These fees are completely avoidable by using your bank's ATMs, opting out of overdraft protection, or switching to banks with no-fee policies. Overpriced phone, internet, and cable plans are massive wastes that persist because most people never review or negotiate them. Telecommunications companies rely on customer inertia. They know most people set up service once and never revisit it, even as their needs change or better plans become available. A family paying $120 monthly for unlimited data when they use only 5G is wasting $50-70 monthly. Someone paying $100 for cable TV when they only watch streaming services is throwing away $100-200 annually. The solution: call your providers annually and negotiate. Ask for loyalty discounts, mention competitor pricing, or speak with the retention department specifically. They have authorization to offer deals that regular customer service doesn't. If they won't budge, switch. The savings are typically $200 to $600 per year for 30 minutes of effort. Unnecessary insurance is another silent drain. Extended warranties on electronics, appliances, or cars have 50 to 80% profit margins for sellers and rarely pay out for buyers. Gap insurance on new cars makes sense only in specific negative equity situations. Credit card insurance or payment protection plans are expensive and offer minimal value compared to actual emergency funds. Life insurance for children is unnecessary unless they generate income for the family. Reviewing insurance annually and eliminating redundant or overpriced policies can save $500 yearly. Premium or name brand products, when generic equivalents are identical, represent a more subtle waste. Store brand groceries, over-the-counter medications, cleaning supplies, and personal care products are often made in the same factories as name brands but cost 30-40% less. Choosing generics systematically saves $50-100 monthly, $600-200 annually, with zero sacrifice in quality. Lottery tickets and gambling represent perhaps the most obvious waste, yet millions spend regularly. The expected return on lottery tickets is negative 50-60%. For every dollar spent, you get back $0.40 or $0.50 on average. It's mathematically designed wealth destruction marketed as entertainment or hope. The pattern across all these wastes is identical. Small amounts that don't hurt individually, but compound into massive losses over time. Companies profit from your lack of attention, negotiation, or comparison shopping. Taking back control requires awareness, a few hours of effort annually to review and optimize, and the discipline to choose value over convenience. When you eliminate these 13 categories of waste, subscriptions you don't use, food you throw away, fees you don't need to pay, services you're overpaying for, you can easily reclaim $3,000-8,000 annually without sacrificing anything meaningful. That's not about deprivation, It's about directing money toward your actual priorities instead of letting it leak away to corporate profits and unconscious habits.